Actually, a lot of stories I like use prophecies. I don't hate all of them. Yet still you bemoan this particular trope. I just roll my eyes when I see it. Please do not roll any eyes in here. That would be dangerous. Not like that. Look, all I'm saying here is that knowing things about the future introduces something potentially world-breaking into lots of stories. Well, see, do you believe in destiny? Like fate? Yes, fate, destiny, predetermination, however you would like to refer to it. I don't know? I mean, sure, we're not bound in one inescapable destiny. We have that freedom of choice, free will. Well, the illusion of free will is, of course, a useful one. Your face is an illusion. Your mom is an illusion. We have the same mom! I'm aware. Now, apart from your personal investment in the idea of free will, is there any actual evidence that you would like to present in opposition to the deterministic viewpoint that I have taken? Did you just turn this into a deliberation? Because I'm gonna have to play the theme song. More of a dialectic. Does that mean a debate specifically constructed to make you look good? Are you going to participate? Do I have a choice? That is the pertinent question. I guess my problem is that the idea of fate is a little too teleological for me. Interesting. Do you know what that means? I would be a failure of a logical competitor if I were not able to deduce it from context clues. Well, expository with regard to function towards an end. Goal-oriented philosophy. You just used the optic lens to cheat! Lies and hearsay. You just conjured that from Google. I did not. You're getting off topic. Okay. Look, all I'm saying is that maybe it was useful to have 3 women weave your fate into existence in ancient times, but we have science to explain all that now. So you like science? Well, of course. I have to read lots of scientific studies as research for my reporting. Well then, if you will, walk me through the scientific method. Well, the first step is to observe something about the world, something that maybe isn't working how you think it should. Then you hypothesize, make an educated guess about what causes it. I see. So everything has something that causes it. That's the idea. So you test your hypothesis, gather the data from the experiment, and then determine if your hypothesis was right. And supposing it is, why is that useful? Well, you'd have to run a few more tests first, and get other people to run those same tests, but after that you can use it to predict things. So the idea that you can use logic to predict things that will happen in the future is the entire basis of science, and yet predetermination is ridiculous. Can I give up? I'm gonna give up. Imagine one instance of the world, one snapshot of it, one moment in time. Okay. Now, is there not a natural way things progress, proceeding from that moment to the next? What do you mean? Say my instance has a falling domino, knocking into another falling domino, unbalancing it. Uh-huh. Is the next instance not that second domino falling over? Yeah, alright, that makes sense. So you see that that instance is merely a product of the one before it. I can see where you're going with this. That is to say, you can see the natural progression of events that proceed from this one? Exactly! And then I made the decision to cut you off, because I have my own agency outside of your whole cause-effect thing. However, by interacting with the system, you are a part of it, and its rules do apply to you. You think you've disrupted the system, but really you were always going to disrupt the system. What? A part of what went into that decision was your nature, and another part was the experiences you've had up to this moment. Okay. Both of which were, incidentally, created by the universe. Maybe I've made that decision because I want to stop listening to you babble and grab myself a snack. Besides, this isn't even like a real debate. You know I need time to prepare for those. Still nature and experience. Your nature is that of impatience. I share that trait with you, as do J and A and... That, combined with the experiences of not eating recently, creates your decision. Okay, but I also do kind of want to listen to you, and I decided against it. I did decide against it, by the way. I'm leaving now. Because you weighed those factors and came to that conclusion, and because of the way your mind works and the experiences you've had up until this moment, you could not have chosen anything else. What factors influenced that decision, huh? That didn't benefit me at all! Aww, that didn't benefit me at all. The desire to prove me wrong, to preserve your image of yourself as a free agent, outweighed the desire to not have to clean that up, apparently. Made worse by the fact that you didn't prove me wrong, because I just refuted you. But what about quantum mechanics? Well, what about it? Do you truly profess to understand quantum mechanics? Well, I've read a lot about it, enough to know that when observing small enough things, scientists can only rely on probabilities. That when the waveform of probability collapses, it's entirely random. Doesn't that undermine your whole deal? Does it, though? We don't know nearly as much about quantum mechanics as we pretend to, and to me it does not seem possible for something to happen for no reason. It is against the fundamental logic that the universe appears to adhere to, the progression of things. Science doesn't lie. Science lies with alarming frequency when it comes to subatomic particles, if you haven't noticed. Even Einstein himself thought quantum mechanics were not all that they seemed. Okay, but he didn't have enough information, and he was wrong. So science can be wrong. I don't know that you can blame Einstein for not keeping up with the paradigm shift that happened after his death. But does that not mean we should be open to the possibility that we're missing something? I mean, of course, but... And what exactly are you attempting to defend with regards to this current point? Even if the universe was random at some infinitesimal level, it does not preserve your free will. I really wish you hadn't decided to read Plato. Then you wouldn't drag me into all this. But really, I was always going to. See? See, are you alright?